I find that most people serve practical needs. They have an understanding of the difference between meaning and relevance. And at some level, my mind is more interested in meaning than in relevance. That is similar to the mind of an artist. The arts are not life. They're not serving life. The arts are the cuckoo child of life. Because the meaning of life, they are the cuckoo child of life. The meaning of life is to eat. You know, life is evolution. And evolution is about eating. It's pretty gross if you think about it, right? Evolution is about getting eaten by monsters. Don't go into the desert and perish there because it's going to be a waste. If you're lucky, the monsters that eat you are your own children. And eventually the search for evolution will, if evolution reaches its global optimum, it will be the perfect devourer. The thing that is able to digest anything and turn it into structure to sustain its and perpetuate itself for as long as the local puddle of negentropy is available. And in a way, we are yeast. Everything we do, all the complexity that we create, all the structures we build is to erect some surfaces on which to outcompete other kinds of yeast. And if you realize this, you can try to get behind this. And I think the solution to this is fascism, right? Fascism is a mode of organization of society in which the individual is a cell and a superorganism, and the value of the individual is exactly the contribution to the superorganism. And when the contribution is negative, then the superorganism kills it in order to be fitter in the competition against other superorganisms. And it's totally brutal. And I don't like fascism because it is going to kill a lot of minds I like. And the arts is slightly different. It's a mutation that is arguably not completely adaptive. It's one where people fall in love with the loss function, where you think that your mental representation is the intrinsically important thing, where you try to capture a conscious state for its own sake because you think that matters. A true artist, in my view, is somebody who captures conscious states, and that's the only reason why they eat. So you eat to make art. And a noble person makes art to eat. And it's these are, of course, the ends of a spectrum, and the truth is often somewhere in the middle. But in a way, there is this fundamental distinction. And there are, in some sense, the true scientists which try to figure out something about the universe. They try to reflect it. And it's an artistic process in a way. It's an attempt to be a reflection to this universe. You see, there's this amazing, vast darkness, which is the universe. There's all this iteration of patterns, but mostly there's nothing interesting happening in these patterns. It's a giant fractal, and most of it is just boring. And in a brief moment in the evolution of the universe, there are planetary surfaces and negentropy gradients that allow for the creation of structure. And then there are some brief flashes of consciousness in all this vast darkness. And these brief flashes of consciousness can reflect the universe and maybe even figure out what it is. It's the only chance that we have. Right? This is amazing. And why not do this? I mean, life is short. This is the thing that we can do.